Welcome to JSA TV Live, the newsroom for telecom and data center professionals. I'm Barb Mitchell, coming to you today live from PTC 2023. We're here in beautiful Waikiki, Hawaii, and you've traveled a long way. My next guest here is Kim Ganelius, founder and Chief Commercial Officer at Verne Global Finland. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. A pleasure to be here.
It's always nice to see you. I saw you just a couple months ago in London, and we were chatting at that time about your new brand for the new name of your company. Can you talk a little bit about Verne Global Finland and your focus?
Sure, absolutely. So Verne Global Finland, we have 3 data centers in Finland, and previously we were called Ficolo.
Yeah.
Thanks to the acquisition last year by Digital 9 Infrastructure, we got the same owners as Verne Global from Iceland, as well as Volta Data Centers in London. And now going forward, we will be using the same brand for all 3 companies.
Oh, okay.
So Verne Global going ahead.
Oh, okay, good. So we can drop it's just Verne Global.
Yeah.
Soon, yeah. And so can you talk a little bit about, since you've taken on your new name and you've had this, of course, association with D9, what's that meant for you as an organization and your expansion into new markets?
Sure. Well, it's a big game changer for us. This means that we have a platform. We have several data centers. So when we meet customers, we have much more opportunities to talk about different kinds of solutions. So in Finland, we've been growing with co-location services for our international customers as well as domestic. We do also have higher stack services for the domestic market, but this really gives a stronger proposition when we come, for instance, to places like PTC and talk to American customers. You've got a broader portfolio of co-location services, and thanks to D9, we have a strong strategy to also look at the other Nordics, so build a platform across the Nordics. So that's what we're thinking about, in addition to expanding in Finland.
Yes, and I know that from before days when you were called Ficolo, and now, of course, at Verne Global Finland, and into the future, an environment, I think, has always consistently played an important role for you in the organization. You were part of Greener Data, continue to be part of that. So tell us about how, in what way does this new transition for you, this new evolution, help with that?
Well, we've always focused a lot on sustainability. Having, for instance, gotten the world's first dark green bond for a data center. We've been climate neutral, certified by a third party for several years already. So we've been focusing on this. But maybe Digital 9 even further strengthens this focus into the central theme in the strategy.
Right.
Because the D9, it really comes from the UN Sustainability Goal number 9. So what this means is that we think about sustainability first, and it's always the case. So D9 is focused on a sustainable platform across the Nordics and beyond, and not only in data centers, also in connectivity like the subsea and so on. So we think that's a really good match for us, and they thought it was a good match for them, and that's why they brought us.
It seems like a perfect match. It did, right? I know when we were first with you last year and talking about that announcement last year, it just felt so perfect, and so happy to see it evolving with you. And of course, back to Greener Data, we've launched today. Actually, we announced the Greener Data. I was just thinking, is it Monday? Yes, it's Monday. The Greener Data directory, which you're in and part of as well, where people globally can connect with organizations like yours that are committed to sustainability and sustainable practices within the industry. And so, beyond that, what can we sort of expect now that all of this this has been a big initiative for you, just, changing brand and some of that reorganization that comes with it. What will you be focusing on next?
Well, we have recently won customers in new areas, for instance. So in the fintech area in the United States, a very major customer. So I think you should expect us to go into new areas customer-wise.
Yeah.
And that's also easier now that we've got the platform in across the Nordics.
Yeah.
And also what's happening in the connectivity space. We see that there's going to be more demand, for instance, for high-performance computing coming up north.
Yeah.
So because the environment's cooler, right, then you need less power for cooling.
Yeah.
So it's a similar story, actually, for Verne Global in Iceland as in Finland. So they've got a new sea cable, for instance, going from Ireland to Iceland.
Oh, okay.
And, there's challenges with getting capacity in Ireland.
Yeah.
So dropping the latency will give more possibilities to move the high performance capacity up to Iceland and maybe have a smaller location in Ireland. And we can do the same, of course, with London, for instance, or with Germany. Yep. So, yeah, I see a lot of opportunity in different new sectors.
Yeah, that's exciting, it'll be interesting to see it all come to fruition. So for those, I know you'll be so busy, I'm sure, this week meeting with so many folks. For those people that are not as lucky as we are to have made the long journey to Hawaii, how can they connect with you?
Well, certainly you can go to our webpage, verneglobal.com, ficlo.com. If you still prefer to use the old name, it will also show me.
Yeah.
Go to greenerdata.net and connect with the rest of the Greener Data crowd. So that's where you should really go for the hints on
exactly
on sustainability. That's what we all should be focusing on.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, and for all the work that you do.
Well done,
in that
as well.
area. Yeah. Thank you. So thank you for coming. I know it's busy rest of the week, I'm sure, for you, but it's always a pleasure to connect. Always a pleasure to catch up and see where things are at with you and your team. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in to JSA TV Live here at PTC 2023. Mahalo.